What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Michael back with another video, guys. And right now, no, I'm not in the greatest of moods, guys. I'm here to discuss what's going on right now between the Kansas City Chiefs. Sorry if that's bright. The Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts, guys. Right now the game's not even over, but me as a fan, I'm throwing in the flag, guys. This game is just, it's too far gone. You know, I'm sick and tired of hearing them talk about, oh, it's not over, oh, it's not, look what happened in 2013. That has nothing to do with what's going on today. That has nothing to do with what's going on today. And guys, I know in my preview video, I picked the Colts, and I was pretty confident in it leading up to the game, and even in the first quarter, even though it was such a horrendous start. But guys, oh my goodness, I don't even know who the hell took the field today. I really don't. This Colts team has gotten completely dominated in every way today. In every way. On the offensive line, at the skill position. I mean, you're not running the football. And I have to put this on Frank Reich. I'm not putting the whole reason why they're going to lose today on Frank Reich, but when in the first quarter, when you only, on the first two drives, he ran the ball, like one time? You passed the ball the rest. Why are you trying to get into a shootout with Kansas City? That's one thing I did not like in this game. And at the same time, when we did try and run the ball later on in the game, this offensive line just got bullied. Like, I've seen the worst offensive line play I've seen was probably against Jacksonville when we got shut out 6-0. My goodness, I mean, what a job Chris Jones did in this game for Kansas City. Like, he just, the point of attack in his gaps and everything, he just did a phenomenal job in this game for Kansas City. D Ford was great at coming off the edge and stopping the run, containing Marlon Mack. But my goodness, guys, this game was just embarrassing. It was flat out awful. To start out, Chris Jones, like I said, I can't, give credit to this Kansas City Chiefs team enough, because the defense is really what made this game more of a blowout than what the score says it is. Right now, it's 24-7. Guys, the way the Kansas City defense was playing today, it felt like it was 45-0. It was not a game. It just wasn't. And for Colts fans out there, that are disappointed, yes. I will say this. Before I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I will say this. The officiating in this game was sorry. Are the refs the reason why the Colts lost? No, they are not. The refs did not cause Danico Autry to stupidly dance in front of a ref and taunt. The refs did not cause Danico Autry to jump off sides 2 times on 3rd down. The refs did not cause any of this. They did not cause Eric Ebron to drop a 3rd down pass on the first drive of the game. They did not cause any of that. The Colts got in their own way. After only having 2 penalties last week, they had 9 today. Horrible penalties. Just stupid penalties. For the last month, when it came to trying to get into the playoffs, and when we got in the playoffs, I was consistent in telling myself the only way the Colts are going to lose is if they get in their own way. That's been it. And they got in their own way today. It was just embarrassing. Patrick Mahomes was great. He had a pocket. His offensive line gave him plenty of time. And, I mean, guys, before the game, I found out Malik Hooker wasn't going to play. And immediately I got worried. Malik Hooker is just a great center field safety that the Colts missed in this game. Was he going to shut down Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce? I'm not going to say yes, because we don't know if he would have or he wouldn't have. But I know he would have limited some things that they had great success in the first half. We already lost Mike Mitchell last week. We already lost Matthias Farley earlier in the year, and without Malik Hooker, we're just our safeties are just playing with their hands tied behind their back. The defensive line could not stop the run the way I thought they would be able to. The young linebackers, Anthony Walker, Darius Leonard, looked lost. There were great plays by Leonard that he made. He forced a fumble, but can't remember what his name. I believe it was Justin Houston that got to Andrew Luck, and it was a strip sack. So Colts couldn't get any points. And guys, it was just so embarrassing. Like, this today has just been so embarrassing. Like, there are no words to describe it because they literally got whooped at the line of scrimmage. They got whooped. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. There's no hypotheticals. The Colts got dominated today. In the second half, the defense settled down, which I expected them to, but surprisingly, the offense just couldn't get anything going. Okay? They could not establish a run game. They couldn't. I believe all week they were getting into their own hype. This young football team was buying into their own hype. They were watching Undisputed. They were watching the news. They were reading the paper. They were doing all that. And the way everything that I saw in this game, I feel like they just weren't prepared. I just feel like they didn't come to play. I'm not going to come up here and say that the coaches didn't do a good enough job, guys. No. At the end of the day, it's the players' job to execute. And I trust that this coaching staff did what it needed to, but this young team just didn't know how to go on the road, ignore the noise, and do your job. And that was the difference, because this team has the veterans on the defense and on the offense. A guy that I've never liked, even before this game, a guy that I just never really truly could look at and support and like. I've just never liked Travis Kelce. I just haven't. For some reason, I just don't like him. I don't know why. Especially after today, he just killed my Indianapolis Colts. He just knows. He is such a gifted tight end who knows how to find the spots and has a great feel for zone defenses. He is just so great. And his speed is very underrated for a tight end. I mean, what he's able to do as a tight end, get in space, and has the speed that he does, it's very underrated. And I don't think a lot of people are really paying attention to that if you're not a Kansas City Chiefs fan. Of course, Tyreek Hill killed us. I believe the pre-snap movement of Tyreek Hill confused this defense. Not a lot of communicating was going on that I saw. And the pre-snap movement of Tyreek Hill, I believe, was key. Because when he moves, you're automatically acknowledging where number 10 is. You're automatically acknowledging where he is. And when he moves around from sideline to sideline, you lose track of where Travis Kelce is. You lose track of where Sammy Watkins is. You lose track of it. And it's just, Andy Reid's play calling was just great. It wasn't like, I guess you could say, wizardry, but it was effective. Just pre-snap movement because of how dangerous Tyreek Hill is. That was the difference. I mean, this Colts defense, now I'm talking to the Colts fans. Guys, we knew that this team was good. The coaching staff, the players, if they just stopped getting in their own way, they could have won more games than they did this year. But, guys, we ran into our own way today. I can't sit here and say that, this is all the Chiefs, because the Colts just look like they didn't come to play. The refs are apparently blind when it comes to reffing a snow game. And then the Kansas City defense probably had their best performance all year. And they needed to, because the Colts offense was moving and they were in sync. But my goodness, they haven't even scored. Their touchdown was off a blocked punt. They haven't been able to do anything. They just haven't. They did not come to play, guys. And for you Colts fans that think we were going to the Super Bowl, I never said these Colts were going to the Super Bowl. If you follow me on Twitter, you pay attention, The ceiling and the prediction I had for this team was getting to the AFC Championship game and losing to the Chargers. I just had it because I believe that they were a better team than Houston. I believe they were a better team than Kansas City. They did not get in their own way in Houston. They got in their own way today. Kansas City saved its best defensive performance of the season so far for today, and it was much needed. Kudos to the Kansas City defense. They were basically bashed all week. They weren't given a chance, and I believe they heard that. That was motivation. They came out and punched the Colts in the mouth. They were the aggressor. They were smarter, and they had more discipline, and they just won the game. It's that simple. And again, back to it, for the Colts fans that thought we were going to the Super Bowl, guys, we still got a long way to go with this team. We do not have a premier pass rusher like Kansas City. We do not have a guy up the middle like Kansas City. We do not have a stable enough defense to go on the road and be able to stop these early storms like we had against Kansas City. We just weren't there today. I believe Kenny Moore is a fit in this defense. I believe Quincy Wilson is a fit in this defense. But my goodness, Malik Hooker has got to find a way to stay healthy. Whether Clayton Gathers comes back or not, maybe we go out and get Landon Collins, I do not know. But this defensive line needs to be addressed because I believe they hit their peak. I believed they hit their peak because is Jabal Sheard a premier pass rusher? No, he's not. He doesn't have the speed. He doesn't have the hand movement to be that. Kemoko Toure is still young. Tyquan Lewis was not even playing in this game. And guys, this team, we still have all the cap space, all the draft picks. But guys, let's just sit here and not say this team, I wouldn't go as far as to say choked. Let's not say this team underachieved by any means. But guys, this team did its part this year. I mean, you could say that this team was due for a bad game, and it was today. Okay, fine. But guys, it pains me to see that kind of game and that kind of performance. I just hate it. I hate it for Andrew Luck. I hate it for Darius Leonard. I hate it for these guys. I just hate it. But man, guys, Patrick Mahomes was such a difference maker in this game. I mean, his decision-making, his passes, this isn't the first game I've watched of him. I mean, guys, I'm a TCU fan. I saw plenty of Patrick Mahomes in college. I saw plenty of him this season. I saw plenty. And for the Colts to have success in this game, they had to put pressure, and they also had to have help from their offense, which they did not. They just didn't. So, congratulations to Kansas City. I mean, my goodness, the fans showed up. The defense showed up. The offense was just lights out in the first half. They were just great. They were great. After the block punt for a touchdown, what was so big is that they came right back on the field and they went and scored a touchdown. What a great first half of Kansas City. I can't give them enough credit, guys. All these playoff demons or something like that, I don't care. I never listened to that this week about Colts versus Chiefs in the play. I didn't care. But it seems like the team listened to that more than I did. And it cost them today. They were one of 8 teams still fighting for a world championship, and now they're going to be at home next week. And I can't say anything else about it, guys. I mean, right now I'm just in the moment. Starting probably on Monday, we're going to find out our draft position. We still got plenty of cap space. Now we're going to start working towards who we're going to resign, who we're going to let walk. I like Pierre Desir, but I think, we need to let him walk. I think we're going to let Chester Rogers walk. I think we're going to let Pascal walk. I think we extend Eric Ebron. I think we re-sign Dontrell Inman, extend Ryan Kelly, re-sign Mark Glowinski. And when it comes to Marcus Hunt, I think we're going to let him go. I don't know. This is just like right now immediately thinking I don't know what free agency has to offer, what the draft has to offer. But guys, what I saw in this game was what, I was afraid to admit leading up to this game and the potential outcome of this game. But the Colts still have a long way to go. Colts Nation, do not be too upset about this season because they exceeded expectations. They were picked to go 2-14 and started 1-5, ended 10-6, and got to the divisional round of the playoffs. They had a great season. Okay? In a little bit of a way, they overachieved. Andrew Luck is a big reason of that. The offensive line is a big reason of that. Big reason for that. But today, it was about the Kansas City Chiefs and what they were able to do defensively and what they were able to do offensively. These two sides of their ball just did enough. But the officiating in this game was just poor. The execution on the Colts side was just poor. Stupid mistakes. The lack of discipline, the lack of attention to detail was just so annoying, and it pissed me off in this game. It just did. And that's the difference when you have a young team, not so talented like others, but, guys, let's just be honest. The talent is not there. The talent is not there. I believe the guys on this team, they reached their peak. They reached it. Super Bowl, I don't believe was never in the back of my head. I just didn't. And this team, they're just not as talented as a Kansas City, because the difference in this game was the Kansas City's front line. Justin Houston, Chris Jones, D Ford, that was the focus. I would take those three over my defensive line. I would. We don't have a Tyreek Hill, but we had a T.Y. Hilton. He couldn't win matchups. The offensive line couldn't give Andrew Luck enough time to let him find him, and if they did, he couldn't win his matchups. So, guys, that's just it for this video. I don't know if the game's ended officially yet. I don't know, but, at halftime, I just gave this team no shot. This game, I just gave them no shot. In 2013, it was different. They were able to move the football. They showed signs of life at times. But in this game, in the first half, they showed no sign. Yeah, they had a flurry at the final drive, but when you miss a field goal like that, it's just demoralizing. So, guys, at halftime, I saw the writing on the wall, and I didn't give this team a chance. I didn't. It was over before they even walked out for the second half, and I didn't give them a chance. So, congratulations to Kansas City, guys. Y'all showed up. Y'all were the better team. Y'all were more disciplined, and y'all deserve it. Y'all are going to have an AFC Championship game next week, and I look forward to watching that game for y'all. Don't entirely know who you're going to face yet, but I do like y'all's chances. And good luck the rest of the way. Colts fans, I can't wait to see what Chris Ballard and the Colts do with free agency, with the draft. I can't wait to see what this team has to offer and how they will look in 2019, because Deion Kane will be healthy. Maybe Darius Fountain will be able to step up and he will earn his spot. I don't know. But right now, I'm just going to thank God for the season that he gave the Colts. I'm going to be very proud of this team for how they performed and how they stayed together this season, even when they were 1-5, and for the great memories and great games and great moments they had this season, all right? So, again, good luck to the Kansas City Chiefs the rest of the way. Y'all earned it. And Colts fans, let's enjoy this season, and let's appreciate what they did this year. Let's not call for no one's job. Let's not do any of that. Let's appreciate it, and let's move forward. If y'all aren't yet already, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're new. If you're not, if you want to see what my timeline looked like for today, I'm going to leave the link to my Twitter below. Go look at that if you please, and leave a like on this video if you liked it. Any other questions or comments that you want to leave in the comment section below. Thank you guys again, and y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's weekend, all right? See you.